So this is competitive Oriel, and we see the stand for the next feature match in the shot because of that. Grief, pitching, Shieldred's Edict, and here is my hand. Flooded Strand, Caracas, Plain, Swamp, Samwise, Vile, and Bowmaster.
You should do that.
It's a pretty good grief. I guess we're going to take Vile here.
Either Vile.
Okay.
You got a Bowmaster.
Alright, to a better 6.
Yes, sir.
Sam. Swamp. Plain.
I'll get one.
Caracas. And you have 60 cards, no Yorion.
Alright, ready?
I'm sorry.
Alright.
It's 60 cards, no Yorion.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Fetch.
Yeah, no Yorion. No Yorion. Here's a Ponder following up the grief.
Table is yours, and I'm going to just shuffle. I'll present whenever I am done.
Okay. Your turn.
Up to you.
Winner and C.
Really needed that Vile. That was a pretty good turn 1 grief.
That resolves. You're going to go to 18.
Flooded Strand, pass.
I need to think about these.
This is from the 1K.
Let's take Invigorate.
That's a pretty good one.
So you got 4. That's not.
I'll play face up. I'm not going to.
Appreciate you.
It's not worth it.
So 18, 19. That's back.
Alright, untap. Upkeep. Magic card. We're going to play Inkmoth Nexus. We are going to swing.
All right, just a bunch of land drops. Joe knows I have Samwise the Stout-Hearted and Orcish Bowmasters in hand.
Correct, yeah. I'll reveal a portable hole.
So we'll behave accordingly. Reanimate targeting grief.
Alright, table's yours.
Okay.
This goes on top of my draw. I'll
I
cast
have
it.
Misty Reinforced Pass.
Untap.
Targeting
Upkeep. Magic card.
Move the combat. I go one.
We're going to play out the
So
Posage.
that resolves. You're at 16. Trigger targets you.
This is beginning of combat. Sorry.
So it's at the beginning of
become
upkeep.
Oh yeah, unfortunately I think we missed life totals throughout this game 1 on the phone. We realized that between games, so I will keep track on the overlay. I apologize.
We're going to swing with the boys. Alright, you go to 2 and 2.
Is that a 3-4 right now?
So thinking about what to choose with this reanimated grief right now. Recruiter of the Guard is in my hand.
I don't have a Monarch token, so
It's a Bloodstained Mire and a Scrubland in there now.
don't worry, I got something.
I'm going to take your tutor.
You got this?
Recruiter of the Guard is selected. Seems like a good choice.
Turn.
I'll response before. I'll switch. Fetch to the 17. Evoke Mechanic Island. Cast this. Ping here, mass 1.
Yep.
Then you'll draw. Ping you, mass 1.
Under and step all. Cast Bowmasters.
So I go to 18.
18, 17.
Bowmaster.
I believe this was...
I'm going to go to 15.
This was round 3 of this event, and both of us were 2-0. Might as well add that to the overlay since I remember.
Surprisingly, it's the first time one of my impact guys has been bonus. No, I wasn't expecting it to take 3 rounds to get there.
So I'm at 17. I can draw for turn.
All right, so Joe is at 15. Again, sorry, we didn't keep track on the phone for life totals. We just completely forgot about it somehow.
Waste your Inkmoth Nexus.
It's pretty good.
And end step Draker.
Little bit of a goof. It's my I forgot on my own channel, chat. How sad is that?
17. These never get a counter.
Just one of these.
You get to choose.
Getting lost in some competitive games, I guess.
16.
And I'm always going to choose the thing.
That makes sense.
You go for this.
End of turn, Bowmasters.
All right, Samwise is getting drowned in the lock here.
Land is Wastelands.
It's a pretty good one.
Combat, Tech 5.
In response to combat, my own Bowmasters.
There's also.
Take one of them out.
My guy dies, you get 1/1.
We'll block the 1/1 with this.
You get 4 damage.
Pass you.
Bowmasters.
Pretty good.
Target specific form. So damage results, you take 4 of these trade.
13-0.
You're at 10, I'm at 17.
Yep.
Pass and separate.
All right, Grief gets in for another attack. Here's Murktide. It's pretty good.
It's going to be -4/-4 proliferate.
And it looks like it's going to be a 7/7.
Yes.
End step.
You will get a third.
End step swords on the Murktide.
Go back to 20.
Table's yours. Cordo Garenberg betraying me.
I'm gonna go to 19.
I'll play this song. Trigger.
Kiss Ponder.
Grief does have Menace, for anybody forgetting that. Here's Deadbeat Attended.
Attraction. Okay, and then the attraction will continue to trigger even if he's no longer in play, right?
Exactly, it's its own permanent.
Play lands
that
for
results.
Uno.
Nice.
Top one.
I will play
All right, and the attraction opened here is Tunnel of Love.
And this is only if you roll.
If it hits,
Choose an opponent, they choose a creature you can
my opponent and I each choose a creature. And then I choose whether they Flicker Wisp or whether they fight each other. And makes for some interesting situations with a lot of ETB abilities in my deck. This is one of the better attractions. And for anybody that forgets how this works, every turn, every one of my turns, same timing as Sagas, I'm going to roll a die. If I hit the lit up numbers on the attraction, I visit. Otherwise, nothing happens. The die rolling cannot be responded to, but the trigger, if I hit the number, can be responded to. It's a triggered ability that goes on the stack, the visit abilities. And the numbers on my Tunnel of Love, I believe, are 3 and 6.
We have passed the point of priority where at any points of response during this whole resolution.
Rolling cannot be responded to in any way, but if I hit,
Now I'm explaining the same thing to Joe.
trigger goes on the stack.
Okay, so then I have priority. Okay, understood.
That's incredible. I'm passing the turn.
Yeah, why am I blanking out the artist's name?
All right, so Flickering Grief will not be the most exciting, but there could be an opportunity at some point to get this Grief off the board.
They don't need those.
And it is kind of neat to flicker my Deadbeat Attended and open more attractions. It's kind of a, I don't know if you can really consider it a combo, but it's a thing that can happen. Orcish Bowmaster getting Flash Gen, killing my Deadbeat. This is on my upkeep.
Draw. Yeah. And now I'll roll.
Yep.
Alright, so I hit. So
Alright,
this trigger
so-
goes on the stack.
Alright, I might have to respond to this.
All right, so I rolled a 3 Tunnel of Love triggers. And Joe is responding to that.
I guess I'm gonna fatal push a 1/1 army token. It doesn't trade for my Orcish Bowmasters. Doesn't seem the most optimal, but
Okay, so Joe is fatal pushing my Orc army, which is not really necessary. He's thinking that it could fight his Orcish Bowmasters, but he chooses which creature he wants. I don't choose. So that wasn't completely necessary. Okay, choosing Grief, I'm going to choose to do nothing.
Really close.
I can just say they fight, and that just does nothing. I guess.
But my draw just
I hope I did that right.
had Forest Tundra, and I was able to wasteland.
You're just gonna choose reason.
Yeah,
We'll just skip that.
All kind of things that are backbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, trigger.
My mistake. Joe has kept 6. All right, 2 cards on the bottom. A mulligan to 5 for me. A mulligan to 6 for Joe. Leyline of the Void to start Marsh Flats Pass.
Man, I really should have gotten Saga off the E-Tutor game 1.
Alright, I thought you were just going to draw there.
Yeah, no, that was not good. Yeah, that was the worst. No, the other game too, I had Crucible in hand.
Fetching down to 19.
Should have one of Daze, Delver, and a Force.
Thalia, Guardian of Thraben.
So even that turn,
13 life. Force in the grave.
Play a
also I had like portable.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did the painter deck
Table
do
draws.
from running away? Because I've only seen the
It's just a different playstyle. The red and blue version is over wasteland.
Express I actually have to fix now. This whole Samwise shit is really
No,
fun.
this is a beat
I guess you have Grog as
Surprisingly, that is
it's just
All right, Fatal Push getting cast here while my mana's tapped, so Caracas and or Samwise can't rescue Thalia. And here's Deadbeat Attendant.
roll token. So now he is a +1/+1 permanently with a ward 1.
Okay.
I went down to 3.
Not very likely that
And
happens.
somehow I hit Tunnel of Love again. It's a singleton deck of 10 different attractions, and I hit the same one. And it does get shuffled between games.
Generated rock.
So there's Tunnel of Love once again. The numbers on mine are 3 and 6.
Interesting. You go.
Yep, so your first Delver trigger. One card. No.
1 card in my hand.
Overfetch and Trust the second one.
Got it.
18 life.
It's a different playstyle. The other ones don't run wasteland.
Look at that. Getting that double duty out of those.
And Brainstorm resolves. No response to that.
Since my life likely depends on it.
I partially kept right here.
Second Delver. Shield.
Ugh.
I kept title.
We'll draw suddenly.
Alright.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Sec for 5. Oh yeah, you know these.
Yeah. Alright, I go 2.
It's a tricky matchup.
Pass you.
Like I have the portable hold apparently. It's like my favorite thing to do in the world.
All right, Fatal Push on the Deadbeat Attendant. I'm going to skip my attraction stuff here. There's nothing in play.
Drown and
No creatures on either side. What's up, Pokimoki?
Down.
Like a sword.
Trigger on
you had 2 in fact, so you're gonna go to,
Polluted Delta correct.
I'm going to swing with this. You will be a 2/3 toxic one.
No blocks.
So you will take 1 poison, and you will take 2 regular damage.
This. For force.
Down to 16.
That's a good force card.
Discard 2, right?
yeah, 2 at random.
Turok kicked. My hand was Palace Jailer and Leyline of the Void, so they're gone. Turok pretty good against my deck. My removal is mostly white. Tunnel of Love is a miss. Here's Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. And a pass.
Actually, it's all.
Right now it's blocking pretty well. It's draw return.
Yep.
That won me the last one.
Well, we're gonna activate a Quanth Nexus in response.
That's activated.
Yep.
One card.
Oh no.
Yeah,
4 block.
gets no love. Or if it does, it's like
Lightning bolt here. Trigger.
Yep.
do you like the not variant, which I'm not crazy about.
Yeah, that's
I
accurate.
get it.
It's lightning bolt good.
Because you just run all the like Torque Springer. You get turn that off Saga.
Lightning Bolt is resolved.
Torpor sometimes just switch over these.
That too. I mean, that's why Hush Springer stops like initiative and passes.
It's 2 mana. 3 mana. Sorry.
All right, Petty Theft returns Thalia to my hand. Brazen Borrower will go on an adventure.
We're gonna cast Sudden Edict on you. Split second.
game one is what tweeted boyfriend and advice I need to
3 and 6.
All right, that's another miss on Tunnel of Love. 3 and 6 other numbers I want. Thalia recast.
Can't hit it all.
Yeah, no, you had the answer to everything.
Looks like one other card in my hand. I believe it was a polluted Delta.
So first strike is applicable.
I thought for sure I was gonna worm my way out of that one.
I like where
They
you
deal
go
damage
with
to
that.
each other equal to their power. That's it.
Oh, okay.
First strike doesn't matter.
the same thing.
Okay.
First strike does not matter in fighting. So yeah. Protection from white does though.
Right. You're gonna draw a card, guaranteed.
Unfortunately, Turok has protection from white, which is a big pain in the butt.
What'd you sideboarding against me?
I brought this in and I shaved the mission spell.
I obviously have black creatures in my deck. And that can matter here. I'm hoping also to hit on Tunnel of Love and flicker Turok to shrink it.
Like Force Negation isn't really better than Thoughtseize against Bale. Arguably worse.
Could potentially do that and then follow up with Plague Engineer, let's say, and kill it. Or something. Joe taking a look at my graveyard. Must have a reanimate. There's a Palace Jailer in my yard. Attacking for 4 with Turok. I'm down to 11.
Alright, so we're 50-50 for Grix's Delver today.
Ain't bad.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Good luck next one's Josh. Thanks, man.
You're recording right now?
Yes.
Thank you.
So this hits.
All right, that's a hit on Tunnel of Love. Trigger goes on the stack.
Triggers up.
So I'm assuming we're just choosing these two creatures.
I was
I'll
torn
flicker
all
with them.
weekend whether or not I wanted to do blue-green.
All right, both creatures get Flicker Wisped. Turok will come back without Pulse encounters on it, which is great news for me. Deadbeat Attendant.
Yeah. Unacountable. Also, the Venerated guy is really good against bonus. Really good. Yeah.
It kind of puts you in like this.
And this time we hit.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Literally. Yeah. It's sweet.
This time we hit Bounce Chamber. Return a creature you don't control with lowest toughness among creatures you don't control to its owner's hand. Brazen Borrower getting flashed in. And Turok and Thalia come back. The numbers on my Bounce Chamber are 4 and 6.
Was that you?
Okay.
Is that first strike? Does it?
No, it's just pro white.
I was like, I remember this. I was like, I remember that game.
You take 3 and go to 8.
All right, taking 3 from Brazen Borrower. Yeah, it's only one die roll. It applies to all attractions at the same time. Okay, tried to reanimate Turok here, but it's in exile. I pointed out. Thanks to Leyline. Joe forgot that for a moment. So that explains the kind of bad attack with Turok, I guess. I snap traded with Deadbeat there. I was happy to get Turok off the board. Brainstorm. So a bit of a victory there, getting Turok off the board with a little bit of a misplay. A tiny bit. All right, plays another Wasteland. Now rolling for my attractions. That's a hit on Bounce Chamber. And I'll bounce Brazen Borrower to hand.
Oh, you don't control.
Brazen Borrower has flash though, so not the biggest victory. Attack with Thalia.
So it's you can only use one attraction. Is that right?
So I roll, and if I hit multiple, I trigger multiple.
Oh, I see. I see. But you roll once.
I roll
Okay,
once,
I
yeah.
understood.
All right, Joe asking the same questions as Twitch chat. Passing the turn, end step, Brazen Borrower, flashback in. We saw that coming. I need a removal smell. My deck has a lot of removal. Where's the removal? Right, chat? Come on. My opponent had it all, chat. At least so far. All right, 5 is a miss. 6 is always a hit on attractions. So a 6 would be something.
Yeah, I'll play to win instead of play to lose.
Let's go ransom.
Sauron's Ransom on end step. That'll resolve.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of wins, but I guess the token would have made a difference for sure.
Oh, no. I think I just realized I might have missed something. I'll let this play out.
4 copies of the same card?
They're all Troll of Khazad-dûm.
3 cards in hand?
True. I mean, I know the top one is Troll of Khazad-dûm because I put it there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Joe knows the top card of the deck was Troll of Khazad-dûm. That's revealed. And Troll of Khazad-dûm and Murktide Regent face up.
I guess I have to play a Saga into the keg to get you a copy.
So these are going to exile.
Looks like a Ponder and a Fatal Push in exile. I'm not sure if that was a Grief or a Fatal Push. The ring has tempted Joe now. And yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. That's fine.
My mistake here, I'm realizing my mistake here, I could bounce Brazen Borrower to hand with Caracas. And I missed that, unfortunately. I didn't realize that till now. That's pretty bad.
I feel like 1 is fine in a corner case where I can set up a ponder.
Brazen Borrower is the ring bearer. Unless, is it possible that Joe did not pick a ring bearer? Can you do that? Does anybody know? Maybe Joe didn't pick a ring bearer, and I knew that at the time, but I don't know it now.
And then so you have Murktide and Troll. 5 total cards? 6 total cards.
Yeah, so this Brazen Borrower is legendary, and I should have bounced it. That's unfortunate. Skyclave Apparition on the stack.
This is why I'm mad that
Dress down in response.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I missed the Caracas. How the hell did I miss that? Oh well.